Moody Blues in a Moody Nation. We're going to be talking about a Gallup poll today. And number two, the survey says we're going to do the top 10 facts of the day. I want to give a shout out to Steve Harvey. You guys know this show, Family Feud. I used to watch that with my mom. That's that's hilarious. But first, guys, let's jump into the ABCs, right? ABCs, all body workout, blissful sleep, colorful diet. How'd you do today? I did great, as usual. I'm back in the A grade. You know, what happens is you get the momentum. So once you kind of get going every day and you're moving forward with that, got to get the workout in, of course. But no, eat well, usual. Egg whites, kale, apple, banana, blueberries. Had a good day today, feeling good. And again, when you're sleeping better, you're feeling better, everything's all good. Hey, here's a couple of happy birthday shout outs today. We haven't done that lately, so I wanted to do it. There's three people I want to give a shout out to that kind of were in my life at some point. How about this? Tone Loc. You guys know Anthony Terrell Smith, Funky Cole Medina, but the one song that put him out there was Wild Thing. Wild Thing. Remember that? Tone Loc turned 60 today. That was from 1988. It hit number 2 on the Billboard Awards, but I do remember that. I was in grad school at the time. Number 2 is Jessica Biel, wife of Justin Timberlake, actress, model. She's been in over 60 films. Well, I used to go to Runyon Canyon. For those in LA, anyone who goes to LA, you got to go to Runyon Canyon. I used to see her up there walking her dog. Yeah, I said hello a few times. Never met her, but she's awesome. So happy birthday to Jessica Biel. And finally, David Faustino. You guys remember Married with Children? That ran for 11 seasons from 1987 to 1997. He's 52 today, but a quick little story in Hollywood. So when I first moved to Hollywood in 2007, I was taking this acting class at a group called Black Nexus, and I walk in first day, and I sit down next to David. And I'm looking and I'm thinking, is this Bud from Married with Children? But he was super cool, kind of hit it off. And what I do remember, he was the first guy to ever give me a compliment. After a few weeks, he said, you know, Rich, you're a newbie, but you get better every time. Well, that's the key. No matter what you do, whether it's the workout, you got to do it every day. You get better. All right, let's just jump right into this first story here. We're calling it, let's look at this here, Moody Blues for a Moody Nation, because this Gallup poll comes out with every January. It's the mood of the nation. They do a poll. They ask Americans whether they're satisfied or dissatisfied. It's kind of like a public state of the union. So what happened this time? Well, over the past 25 years, we've been on a steady decline for most of these categories. From 2001, the average number overall was about 50%. Now we're at 36%. Again, different categories. So let me give you the top 5 satisfied categories. Then we'll do the top or the bottom 5 satisfied. So here we go. Top 5 satisfied. Number 1, military and preparedness, 72%. That's awesome. Number 2, overall quality of life is 63% of us are happy with that. Hey, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the military and preparedness. Number 3 is the nation's, how we treat terrorism is at 59%. So we're kind of good on that category. How about this? Position of women in the country is at 53%. Those of us that believe that. An opportunity to get ahead by working hard is 49%. So about half of us believe that if you work hard, you will get ahead, and you will. What about the bottom 5? These are the least satisfied categories. America's, I guess, their opinions of their taxes, right? Federal taxes, 22%. Of course, who the heck's ever dissatisfied with your taxes? How about this? Size of influence of major corporations, 22%. Quality of public education, 22%, right? We know that. That's going downhill. Moral and the ethics of the country is at 20%. Not good. And finally, which is the worst? This is our approach and effectiveness and efforts towards poverty and homelessness is at 17%. Hey, I'm with that, because I truly believe homelessness, poverty, we got to attack those as a nation. We got to take monies and put it towards that without a doubt. Matter of fact, there's a woman that posted on YouTube when we did the decline, the birth rate decline. She said she's paying $2,300 a month for childcare services so she can go to work. This is where the government needs to step in and put those dollars to work, because we got to reinvest in the future of this company, in the children for sure. Education. Hey, we all know that. All right, here's the second story, guys. My top 5 facts of the day, because these are all about surveys. Each one of these comes from a survey, starting with number 1, the American Cancer Society says nearly half of all colorectal cancer cases now occur in adults under 65. Well, I'm under 65, turned 63 this month, but CRC, colorectal cancer, is the third most, well, this is sad, but it's the third most cancer worldwide and the second leading cause of cancer worldwide in the U.S. So across the world, it's number 3. In the U.S., it's number 2. I want to give a shout out to my Uncle Joe. He died of colorectal cancer. That's a nasty one. I mean, there's a few cancers. Hey, both of my parents died from cancer, but there's a few that really, they're really tragic. I mean, Uncle Joe, I remember him. He couldn't get off the couch. It's horrible. So I got 2 words for you. Get tested. Everybody, at least over the age of 60, you got to get tested for colorectal cancer. All right, number 2, here's a recent survey by YouGov. It says 40% of Americans didn't read a book last year. Ouch. Shame on you. I mean, hey, what about me? I got 3 books for you to read. But hey, the average number of books per person is 8, believe it or not. But the thing is, the top 46, it says here, the top 4% of all readers, I guess I'm in that category. I read about 8 books a year. I'm reading Outlander right now, this series, but it says the top 44% account for 46%, right, of all books consumed. So, yeah, what is that? What's the favorite genre? You guys probably could guess this. Mystery and crime is the number 1 genre. But hey, I got 2 words for you. Read more. I like that. All right, number 3. Study survey says. All right, here's a study. Daylight exposure is linked to better blood sugar. This is a good one. There's a study published in the journal called Cell Metabolism. It suggests that spending time in natural sunlight could be a helpful addition to blood sugar control strategies in people with type 2 diabetes. Now, my father had diabetes. My grandmother died from diabetes. So I guess, I did a test, 2 years ago. If you're in the 6.9, I think they said, oh, you're like pre-diabetic, whatever that means. But hey, you got to cut out the sugar. But sunlight, there's no sunlight today, guys. We got like 4 or 5 days of rain coming here. But it says exposure to sunlight has several benefits, such as releasing nitric oxide that can reduce stress and improve blood vessel function. You got to do it. You got 2 words. What are the 2 words? Get outside. Hey, the weather's changing. No, for sure. It's like a perfect opportunity to go for a walk, but natural sunlight is the way to go. All right, number 4 is a study published in the Journal of it's the National Cancer Institute. All right, we're going back to cancer. It's from December 2025. It says higher levels of visceral fat. Now, visceral fat's the deep belly fat surrounds your organs, including your liver, pancreas, and intestines. Okay, that's not good. But it significantly increases liver cancer, where it increases your risk by 4 times. All right, my father died of liver cancer. So, hey, got to do everything you can to get rid of that visceral body fat, people. I got 2 words for you: diet and exercise. This is where the ABCs come in. You really got to do something about that, but you can do it. Anybody could do it. So you got to get rid of that body fat. That was number 4. And how about this? Number 5. This is a study published in November 2025. It's a journal called Pain. It suggests that emotional factors, especially fear, may contribute to ongoing abdominal pain in people with irritable bowel disease, IBD. If you're a person with IBD and you're experiencing pain and fear contributes to this, it says even when the condition is in remission, because the brain's response is just as important as the inflammation itself. All right, how about this? It says the findings suggest that repeated inflammation in the gut may alter how the brain processes pain and fear over time, making pain feel more intense. So that's what you got to be careful of. You don't want to have fear contributing to more pain, right? It says even when the initial fear response is stronger. So what do you do about it? Well, there's cognitive behavior therapy, CBT. That's a good thing, which addresses fear. It should be investigated for sure. And how about this? I read Kurt Cobain's autobiography. Well, I think it was a biography, but he had major gut pain. Now, back in the day, I don't think they ever diagnosed it properly, but he suffered from that. So I'm wondering now if, because he was a little, on stage, I do remember, I don't think he was the most, open guy on stage, kind of shy about it. But hey, maybe that's all connected, going back to his situation. But I think the key is here, overall, you need to celebrate small victories because fear and pain, but how do we do that? Mindfulness practices, you could do relaxation techniques, positive self-talk. I mean, I do that for sure. But again, we got to counter thoughts that intensify this pain. So mind over matter, or maybe I got 4 words for you. Don't worry, be happy. All right, guys, that's what I want to talk about today. Again, it's a rainy day here, so we're not going to get much sunlight, but that doesn't change the fact for anybody out there, no matter what you're doing. If you're doing a typical 30-minute walk or you're getting outside, do it in the house, do it on the floor, lay down, do your abs, stretching, get it in, do some meditation. But there's always something you could be doing on a daily basis to fortify the mind, right? Again, everything is mind, body, spirit. It's all connected, but we're focused on the ABCs, right? What are the 3 Tola takeaways? Number 1, respect your ABCs every single day. You got to get your workout in, eat properly, focus on your sleep, relaxation. Number 2, and we always know we got to connect. Go see somebody, pick up the phone, go visit somebody, share your positivity with someone else. And number 3, embrace other people's perspective. Always, if it's not your viewpoint, still have to accept it. All right, guys, as always, get your workout in and have a kick-ass day. Peace.